Hi there Virgo, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 20th of June. This week begins with the second of the blue moons in the part of your scope to do with your home life, which is in opposition to the sun just at its very last moments in the sign of Gemini, which is all about how you fit in with the wider world. Your ruling planet of Mercury is also still in this elevated location, but is challenged on the first 2 days of this week by the rather strict energies of Saturn, which is also in the fourth solar house. So your emotions and sensitivities are going to be very important as this week begins. But the truly exciting news is that by Tuesday, the sun moves into a much freer, lighter, more sociable, and more future-orientated part of your situation, joining up with the rather svelte energies of Venus, which moved last week. Now, the two have been cooperating absolutely beautifully in recent weeks. They're not going to be quite so closely side by side during this one, but they're still close enough to be broadly helpful. I do feel that there's been a lot of emphasis on your work and professional situation or your worldly involvements, and I think you're going to be in the mood to be a lot more playful from here on in, to cut yourself a bit more slack, to create some space from those obligations and weighty responsibilities and have some fun. And the greater the fun can be, perhaps through group activities or with friends in general, it's going to be more enjoyable and enriching for you. But there's one very special bonus for you in particular, because at the very end of this week, Venus is going to be cooperating with the planet in the opposite sign from you. Now, Neptune's been in opposition with Jupiter for some while. It continues that journey. They're both still squaring up to the rather awkward energies of Saturn, I beg your pardon. But I do feel that Neptune in this context can be very healing for you. Even if there has been disappointments or misunderstandings or a lack of clarity in recent times in your love life, and Neptune has been pretty tricky all through 2016, now it pulls an absolutely glorious aspect out of the heavens and gives it to you. And it's saying that if you can be open-minded, you could make a connection towards the end of this week or early in the week following this one, which could prove to be truly magical. It isn't nailed on to be romantic. It's possible it could be purely a friendship based on common goals or ideals, especially if you're involved in any kind of cause-related activities. But it could have an element of romance in it. And if you're lucky enough for it to do so, it could be a really magical opportunity to get to know someone in a very gentle, secure, and perhaps just friendly way. But that can help you to really understand what the opportunity is about before committing yourself too much. On the other hand, you may be about to see a pre-existing relationship through a new perspective, through a new prism, and it can be a very uplifting one. It's about celebrating the things that we have in common, not always being focused on the things that keep us apart. Your a real gift is your discrimination, your ability to really work on the detail of situations. But I think this is the week to try and see the big picture. Think about your long-term future and how you can build your relationship through diplomacy, a little bit of give and take, and how enriching that can be for you and the person or people that you link with. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.